Here is Hogfarmer's Sunfish color, and here's my match. Let me show you how I did it. Alright guys, so here is what we're working with for today. So, as you can see, it's obviously a laminated bait, and then our top color is this like transparent, smoky color, and it's got some small silver flake in there. You can see some small blue flake, small black flake, all in about equal proportions there. So overall, the top color is pretty easy. The belly color was much more difficult than I thought it would be to match. Apparently, I needed dead on amber. From everything I've read on forums and stuff like that, it seems like dead on amber would get you there pretty easily with a little bit of obviously adding some extra stuff to it. But overall, obviously, it's a yellowy green bottom here. You can see it's got a bunch of small orange flake. You see some small green flake in there, small gold flake, a little bit less. And then you can see just here and there, see that right there? Just a dash of some medium black flake. Yeah, overall, hopefully this video helps you guys dial in this color much faster and not waste as much plastic as I did. Now let's get right into the top color. All right guys, our plastic is all heated up and ready to go. So to achieve that smoky color of the top, we're just gonna be adding a little bit of Lowerworks black, but we don't wanna add too much so, or else it'll just look straight black. We want it to have that smoky color. So we're only gonna add 8 drops to 1 cup of plastic. So let's do that real quick. Alright, so that's a good start. It looks a little dark in the cup, but once you inject it, it's a lot more transparent. So, alright, next up, we're going to be adding just 3/4 of an eighth of 0.015 black flake. And then same thing for 0.015 royal blue flake and 0.015 silver flake. So let's do that real quick as well. Beautiful. There we go. See it on the stern rod there? That looks pretty good to me. Alright, let's move on to our belly color. Alright guys, so for our belly color, I already mentioned that I do not own Dead on Amber. So what I did to get to this kind of yellowish green color is I added some Lowerworks Chartreuse 108, some Watermelon 101, and some Dead on Orange. And unlike the top color, which is actually very transparent, the belly color is very opaque. So we're gonna need quite a bit of pigment to get to where we want to get to. So I'm gonna start off with, looking at my recipe here, is 60 drops of Lowerworks Chartreuse to start. Alright, so there's our start. Now we're going to add 8 drops of the Dead on Orange. Alright, so there we are. And then to get rid of this brightness and to dull this color a little bit, now we're going to add our 5 drops of Watermelon 101, and that's also going to help us get kind of that, obviously that greenish look to the belly color there. Alright, so it's not looking too bad. Here it is compared to our belly color. I'll say it looks a little too orangey for me, but we can always add more watermelon afterwards. But first, let's reheat this back up a little bit, then we'll add our glitter, see if that changes anything, and then we can always adjust afterwards. Alright, so for our glitter, what we're going to do is we're going to take out our 1/8 teaspoon again, and then same thing as earlier, we're going to do 3/4 of an 1/8 of some small emerald green flake and some small golden orange flake. And then we're also going to add a 1/16 of medium black flake and a 1/16 of yellow gold flake. So let's do that real quick. Alright, it's not looking too bad. I still think you might have to change it a little bit with a little bit more watermelon, but let's get it in our color tester real quick, and we'll have a better idea of what needs to be changed. Alright guys, so I actually just went ahead and also put our top color into the tester as well, so we can kind of get a better idea of what that laminate's going to look like. But first, let's look at this belly color for this guy. Alright, that actually looks pretty good. I think maybe I can add a little bit more of the watermelon. Still looks a little bit too orangey to me. That's pretty close though. But I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more of the watermelon. I think it'll be just that much better. But here is what our top color looks like. So we got our laminated bait. I mean, that's pretty close. Yeah, just definitely just a little bit more watermelon, and we are ready to inject. So let's do that. Alright guys, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I don't think we need quite a full drop. Maybe I should have just gone a whole drop. Didn't want to ruin it though. Make it too green. Alright, that was a little better to me. We're just going to go with that. That's pretty close. Alright, so let's just get all of our plastic up to temp. We'll vacuum out our bubbles, and then we are ready to inject. Alright, both cups of plastic are heated up and ready to go. Both are about 320 degrees, so we should be good. Alright, let's do this. Belly color is that way, so very good. Come on, there we go. Hold a little bit of pressure. Top off our mold. There we go. I'll see you in a couple minutes. Alright guys, so let's actually take a look at this blending block here. See how that looks. Of course, it's gonna come out like that. Ooh. I think that's pretty good. Get the actual bait out here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is. Come on. That is pretty close. All right. I'm excited to see how our baits came out. Alright guys, our mold is all cooled off and ready to be opened. This is the 5-inch jerkbait from Angling AI. So let's see how it came out. A little worried that I added too much of the watermelon to the top, but we will see. Alright, top's looking pretty good. See how that belly color came out. Oh yeah. Oh guys, and that looks pretty good. Look at that. That may be a little too much flake, but I love it. That looks so good. Can't get much better than that, guys. Oh yeah. Love it, love it. Couple days of curing and these guys will definitely be hitting my tackle box. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And I think you'll also enjoy this video here where my identical twin brother does a color mask of the 6th Sense Bluegill Fire. I know you'll like it, and I'll see you in the next video.